We ignore the way I look right now for one, but we also ignore the fact I've been crying. And the fact I'm eating lunch because I literally just got home from work 10 minutes ago. I was on the phone with my nan crying. For multiple reasons, but one reason was a massive one that I might talk about. Why is my camera backwards? My camera's never backwards. I don't understand. Dude, YouTube's gone backwards, I tell you. No, because that's thrown me off. Because that's my left, and this is my right. Yeah, that's massively thrown me off. Anyway, hello. It's nice to be back. Haven't done one of these in forever. I'm home alone right now, which is great fun. Because everyone else gone back to Cardiff, and I was in work, so I had to stay home. But I am unbothered by that, mostly. I'm sorry I keep sniffing. I'm gonna have to go and grab a tissue because I haven't stopped crying in the past 20 minutes. I've literally just stopped crying. And I got myself food to make me feel better because who needs tears when you have food? Yeah, I am gonna edit the chat so it allows all notifications. It allows all comments because I want to know what you guys are saying, what's going on. So let me just find that. I've forgotten how. It's been too long since I've done this. Allow all comments. Here we go. Save. Food is the best, you're right. But yeah, I got home 15 minutes ago. It took me half an hour to walk back because I stopped. I was sat in a field on a slope hill crying. That's where my life's at right now. That's how it's that's the point it's gotten to, man. I'm sat crying on a sloped hill. But anyway, other than that, no matter how many days you stay in the dark. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I won't lie. I'm gonna give you guys a little bit of a catch up of what's going on. Mentally, I am in a horrendous place, which is the reason some of you may have seen I'm only posting at the minute. I'm still trying, obviously I'm on here at the minute now. Did people suck? You encountered a creep? Yeah. Essentially, everything's been going wrong over the past couple of days, over the past couple of weeks. One good thing's happened that I won't mention. It's a very private part of my life. A lot of stuff's been going on to the point I am so mentally drained that I'm really struggling. And I know when you come on these lives, normally it's a bit of fun, but genuinely this bit is just going to be serious for a minute. I promise you. We'll go back to the typical question and answer and just have a little bit of fun. But I'm one of those people, I put on a smile every day. It's not always real. It never is for anyone, I understand that. But at the minute, every smile I put on is not real. Hey. I'm slowly trying to dig myself out of it. It's not going great, but I'm moving. I'm moving forward. I'm getting up every day. I'm pulling myself out of bed every day. And that's the important thing, is I'm trying still. Because I can't give up. You can't give up. It's not something you can just do. I got a family who live here. I have a family who live away. In reality, I have 4 parts of my family. My mum's side, my stepdad's side, my biological dad's side, and my uncle's side of the family. Because I don't talk to my dad. I'm going to be honest about that. I don't talk to my biological dad. And it's not, something I bring up very often. I don't bring it up much because it's a normal thing. And I get that. Everyone has multiple parts of a family for different reasons. I have 4 parts to mine. 5, because my neighbors count too. Neighbors. No, why is it? Yeah, that was right, because it's, yeah. I don't know anymore. My camera's so backwards today. But, you know, I have technically 5 because I count my neighbors too. So, you know, there's a lot going on. Mentally, yeah, always. Not only that, but I've got a lot going on with people I don't even know. And that may sound weird. And if you guys saw one of the videos I did when we were away, I don't remember. Let me check what video it is. And makeup part. You got. Let me find the video because I did a video where I was out on the beach. I don't know who's seen it and who's not. So let me find it if you haven't seen it. After this, go and have a look because it's important, but at the same time, it's just a bit random. I've seen part of it. I've got to find it. So I posted it 10 days ago, and it's labeled Day 3 in Storytime. Essentially, I explain what a medium is and how it works and what I can do, and the people who have been in contact with me over the week I was away. And doing that and being able to do that is also really mentally draining, especially with the things I can see and the things I can feel, because it's not always nice, and it genuinely does take an effect. And it has. I think I cried 3 times on my holiday. Like, you don't want to cry on holiday anyway, let alone 3 times, you know? Yeah, go and have a look at that after, because this live is genuinely just supposed to be a little bit of fun. But essentially, I explain a lot of things on there, and I explain who I've spoken to and what's spoken back to me and all the rest of it. I think a lot more happened that I didn't actually explain in the video because I don't know if it had happened before or after. I can't actually remember. But essentially, the one thing I do want to bring up before we go back to the typical type of lives these always are is the workplace. And I know, okay, I'm 15, I know. I work 5 jobs, technically. I do 5 things. And one of them I do every weekend. Every single weekend without fail, I'm working a shop. Hence the uniform. And essentially, to this morning, I'm doing this for awareness. I'm not doing this because I want sympathy. I'm not doing it for clout because I know what people are like. I know what people think. I had a dude make me feel really, really uncomfortable. He was in his 60s, maybe even his 70s, and he made me feel so uncomfortable. And it's not the first time I've had this happen. And I understand, like, people have told me I look older than I am. I understand that. I know that. I get it. But no matter how old a person is, they shouldn't be made to feel uncomfortable in their workplace. And I know it happens to men as well as it does to women. I'm not oblivious to the world. I'm 15. I get that. I'm young. I don't know everything. I don't know all the answers. I get it. But at the same time, I'm not oblivious to everything. I understand that it can happen to anyone. One of my colleagues who I work with on a weekly basis has had it. And he's explained to me, and I was like, wow. But I'm so lucky. Why is my head not straight? Why am I more to one side? Anyway. Jesus. Anyway, you know, it's not fair on anyone. And, you know, if you are old enough to be in a workplace and you've experienced this, I am so sorry. Because it's not fair on anyone to ever have to deal with it. Because it sucks. And it's not my first time I've had to deal with this either, which makes it even worse. Like, I've worked at this place for a year, going on 2 years. And the second, maybe even the third week I was on the job, I had it for the first time. And it's not great. I can't lie. It's not great. I was on the phone with my nan in tears like 20 minutes ago because I was like, I don't know what to do. I was like, I don't know how to deal with this. I was like, I don't know what to do. But we're going to put that aside now because these lives were made. Oh, I say we put it aside and my views just dropped completely. That was great. The reason I do this, I'm going to put it on live chat because that's just telling me top chat. All messages. There we go. But essentially, I'm dropping cracker crumbs everywhere. Essentially, what happened... Actually, what we're going to do is we're going to go back to how I normally do these lives. These lives normally consist of a little bit of a Q&A and a little bit of messing around. I love to do both. And obviously, I haven't done one of these. Snack reel. There's not much. There was a Pop-Tart, but I ate it because I'd never had one before. I've got crackers and a chocolate orange bar because I'm like that. Yeah. I did have a sausage roll too, but I was going to have a sausage roll, but I put it back. I was like, I'm not that hungry. But essentially, yeah, we're going to take it back to how this normally is. Questions, answers, back and forth. Just a conversation, chill, a little bit of fun. We always do that. No, we're not doing this again. That was the most chaotic live I've ever done in my life, and I'm so glad it's still not out on the internet. That was pure chaos, I can't lie. But yeah, I don't really know. I haven't done this in a really long time. There's a lot to kind of fill you guys in on that I don't even know where to start. Ooh, that's the one thing I want to talk about. Britain's Got Talent. No, I haven't had an answer before anyone says anything. Because I know people kind of freaked out when I originally said I put my audition in. Essentially, I put the audition in and I did some more research and they've changed it this year. So I could hear back anytime between the 31st of last month and the 31st of January. It's a big wait. I'm not looking forward to that wait, I can't lie. It feels like it's going to be too long. Because I am so excited. That is 2 months. That is an extra 2 months on the already 3-4 month wait. So I'm literally having to wait between 5 and 6 months to find out if I'm going to London in February. I'm so scared. If I end up going to London in February, you guys will be one of the first people to know, the first group of people to know. Obviously, it's going to be one of those where I do tell my family first because my family are the most important thing to me. It'll be family and close friends, and then it'll be you guys who will know. Oh, I've been sent media homework? I hope not. Might have been set homework. Oh, I thought that was BGT then. It wasn't, I promise. I'll take it. I need a prom date. You do that. Please, I beg. I'm done being single. I won't lie. Weirdly, me and my friend, you guys know Ruby. All of you guys know Ruby. You guys have met Ruby multiple times, whether that's shorts or long videos. That window is really... That window... The window behind me. No! Shush. Stop it. That genuinely enough with those jokes. I am not... I swear down, if ship edits start showing up, I will punch someone. I'm not afraid to give a backhand. No, I wouldn't have hurt any of you guys. Anyway, that's not funny, man. That's cruel. That's just cruel. At all. No, man, he's an amazing person. He's a good guy. Anyway, essentially, what was I on about? Yeah, me and Ruby. You guys have probably all met Ruby. Most of you have probably met Ruby, whether that's through my shorts or whether that is generally through long form videos. She's been in a couple of long form videos. And basically, what happened was we were sat and we were talking, and we were like, right now we don't need relationships. And I was like, yeah, you're right. I was like, we got exams to focus on. My exams start tomorrow, and I have done no revision. I've done absolutely no revision. So, yeah, I've also got housework to do today, but instead I'm sat here eating crackers because that's what I'm like. Anyway, we were just sat there and we were talking, and she was like, And we were both like, we don't need relationships right now. Thank you. And we were like, we don't need relationships. And then I was sat there and I was like, I don't need a relationship, but I want a relationship. I have been single. I haven't had a proper relationship in almost 2 years. It has been almost 2 years since I ended things with my last proper partner. And I won't lie, it changed my life. We were together for almost 2 years. I'm not going to delve too much into details, but I am so much better in myself now, which I'm so happy about. I feel so much more confident as a person. I feel so much more confident with dating now that I am out of that, and I do feel slightly better in myself. Thank you. I'll be using those later, don't worry. And it's like, I don't know, the thing with relationships is what I've found is I'm an all or nothing type of person. Like, if I care about you, I will give you everything until I have nothing left to give. I am that type of person. But if I don't, I won't give you the time of day. And I love each and every one of you, which is why no matter what I'm doing, no matter where I am, I always try and post every day. And at the minute, yes, it's drafts. And I will hold my hands up. I have got a lot going on. I have literally got 1,000,001 things going on right now, to the point that if I'm recording daily, I haven't got time to breathe. But I'm learning to cope with that. And for those of you who didn't see the video, there will be slightly less content coming because that's me to everyone, even if it's just a friend. The amount of money I spend on Evie is ridiculous. Oh. I mean, I work, but I don't earn much. But what I earn, I try and make it go to people. I've been good this month. I'm saving my money. I'm buying this hoodie that I've been wanting. So if you guys also haven't seen the videos or seen the posts, I am a Sam and Colby fan. I can't lie about it. I like Sam and Colby. Sam and Colby, they're amazing. They're amazing people. If you don't know who they are, how, like, 100% go and look at them. Amazing people. They do so much amazing stuff. And genuinely, it's really helped me as a person feel better in myself. So it's one of those where I'm a massive fan of theirs now. I haven't seen any of their old stuff. Like, I think it might have been Ruby who told me who they were beginning of the year, and I was like, well, I might as well have a look. I was like, I was watching Call Me Chris. If you guys don't know who she is, 100% go and check her and Selena out as well. But essentially, I was watching them, and Sam and Colby's video came up next to it on the playing next thing. I wasn't paying attention. I was halfway through cleaning, had my headphones on, and then I heard these guy voices, and I turned around. It was Sam and Colby. I was like, wait, I've heard of you guys. My friends told me about these people. We'll see out loud. I don't have an inner voice. Everything comes out. So I was like, oh, I've heard of you. I was like, oh, it's these guys. I was like, I've heard of these guys. So I watched one of the videos and was like, oh wow, like, I watched a video where they worked with Amanda, who's a medium. I love her so much. She's amazing. Essentially, I was like, oh wow, these guys are so cool. And obviously, they were working with a medium. And I went through the comments on it, and I was like, wow. I was like, I'm a medium too. It was like, people appreciate us because I've been called every name under the sun for what I can do. I've been labeled the freak. I've done all of that. And then I'm looking at these. I need to take this jacket off now. Like, oh. Well, my laptop almost went bye-bye. And essentially, I was watching them and I was like, oh, wow. That was my elbow. Went pop. And essentially, I was watching them and I was like, oh, wow. Like, people really, really, like, think we're cool. And it genuinely made me feel so much better myself. And I was watching these videos with them working with Amanda and all these other people and all these empaths and stuff like that. And I was like, oh, wow. I was like, people aren't as freaked out or, always horrible to people like me. I've been called midget. Not random. Yeah. I have There was a rumor that went around school. I was year 9, that I was a witch. The funniest rumor I have ever heard about me in my life. I was like, I want to know more. I was like, what is this thing that I've apparently been doing? I was like, I want to know everything. I was sat there and I was like, this is so funny. Yeah, there was that whole rumor that went around because I knew some stuff about it. I did like loads of research into it. Like, I knew what I could do at that point. I knew kind of what I was just about. And so like I was like, oh, I know a little bit about this. And then this massive rumor came through and just spread around school that I was a witch. And I was like, whoa, okay. I was like, that is a lot, but okay, we'll go with it. Sorry. Please tell me you just heard those footsteps. And then I'm not going crazy. I don't think I'm going. Oh, dude, there were like footsteps right above me, and they went down the stairs. Sorry, I got a message. My foot is tingling, but we ignore that fact. I can't sit like that. That's really uncomfortable. That was the stairs, but I am home. I'm home alone. Luna! I'm gonna bring my dog over here just in case. Dude. Luna! Come here. Hold on, let me get the dog. I will be back in 1 second with my dog. Oh no, because my parrot's going off too. Right, come here, baby. Come on. Abigail. We have acquired the dog. She's here. Oh. Oh, she's just gone back on her bed. I'm offended. Yeah. What do we think of the bracelet, by the way? It's new. My nan got it, or my nan gave it to me. Because I got my necklace on as well, and my bracelet. This necklace has been blessed multiple times. I've had to bless it multiple times. I do it every week. Or every couple of weeks. I've started doing it once a month. I have a stone one upstairs, which a lot of you guys have probably seen as well, that my grandparents gave me for my birthday this year, which my granddad blessed and did a cleansing on for me. I do cleansing on this one and the other one once a month, so I rotate them once a month. But it's quite good. My dog just left me. I just got left by my dog. But yeah. What is that? Is that part of the material? Yeah, it's part of the material. I thought my leg was lumpy. That's weird. I need to check something, but I don't remember what it is I need to check. I know, we literally have a 2-hour and 15-minute exam first thing tomorrow morning. Yeah, but at the same time, at 9 o'clock on a Monday morning, I think, oh, just dropped my cracker. Nana! And I'm stuck on the tablecloth. Man, it's not been a good day. Yeah, you enjoy that, because I was going to. I lost my cracker, man. My dog ate my cracker. Just ruined my day. Do you feel better after that? Yeah, I thought you might. She's a pain. Let's try down. Oh, God. No, go. You farted. You smell. Go back on your bed. On your bed. You go. Oh, she stinks. I genuinely think you might be the only ones in there. Oh, she smells so bad. Oh, God. That was horrendous. If any of you guys have dogs, you will know how bad that smell is. That was horrible. Oh my God. Anybody who has an animal knows how horrible that smell is. Ugh, that wasn't nice. I almost dropped my chocolate. That wouldn't have been good because you can't eat that. Ow. I actually need to look at my exam timetable. Which means going through the 348 media links and documents with Ruby. That is my record. Yep. I've got English, then IT on... no. English, then media on a Monday, which comes to 3 hours and 45 minutes of exams on the Monday. Paper 1 on the Tuesday for maths and biology. My history paper on the Wednesday. English language and chemistry on the Thursday. I missed paper 2 for maths on the Friday. The Monday after, I've got English. Oh, and then I have a drama exam on the... You're telling me I had to get dragged out of both because I'm having panic attacks. Drama exam Friday afternoon. An hour and 45-minute English language paper on the Monday morning. Nothing on the afternoon because that's the geography paper. Tuesday, I've got physics. Wednesday, I don't have an exam. Thursday, I have maths paper 3 and paper 2 on the Friday, which is a mop-up day. In reality, I cried on both. The calculator paper for foundation is so difficult. Genuinely, I was going through it and I was like, what is this? I hate maths. I am not a maths person. I never will be. I used to be good at maths. And I got to like year 8 and was like, what is this? It didn't help. I didn't do any of the work in lockdown, and I will admit that. I didn't do anything for the first like 2 lockdowns. And then I started and was like, oh. And even then, I only did the live lessons and my internet went out for almost everyone anyway. Which isn't great because like I kind of need the internet. My maths teacher said how the maths mocks during the summer had a lot of things only you only learn year 11 to accept. I mean, it's true. We all flopped on those exams. I got a 2 in my maths. Like, the year before, I got a U, and then I jumped up to a 2, and I'm hoping to get at least a grade 3 or stay at 2. Because if I don't pass my maths, likelihood is, I'm not big nose, so I've got my ring in. So you can't really see it, but I have got a nose ring in. The likelihood is, if I fail, I can sit is it a practical skills or something, or functional skills? Yeah, it's a functional skills course, which is the equivalent. And that's, you genuinely cannot fail a functional skills course. So if I pass that, problem solved. But I am hoping to pass math. I don't think I will, though I can still be hopeful. Because maths and me just don't stick. Damn. I'm expected a 4.5, which I don't think I'll get. Science and maths are my two worst subjects, other than media. I'm not the best at media. I got a 4 last time. I got a 4 in almost everything last time. I got a 5 in English, and I got a distinction 1 in media. No, not in media, in music. And as much as we were told that's not actually good, that is the second highest mark you can get. Yeah, I'm not bothered if I fail science, because you don't need science for acting. Unless you're playing a scientist, and I'm pretty sure still that's like a week-long course, and then you're all good. And then what other subjects I take? Music. I'm doing good in drama. I got a 4 in drama, which I'll take because it's a pass. I'm hoping, fingers crossed, that my practical bit is good. Because if I can get a main role in a play, I'm pretty sure I can pass a drama exam. I hope, not to boost my own ego, touch wood, because I don't want to fail my drama. Drama and music are the two that I really don't want to fail. I'm hoping to do really, really well in music. Music is one of my biggest passions. You guys know that if you've been following me for a while. I started putting my music on YouTube because I've always singing something I've always done since I was a kid. I literally grew up singing. I did the Eisteddfods in Wales and stuff. I gotta go all the way back down to when I actually started singing, because when did I start posting it on YouTube? It was before the summer. I think it was January, towards the beginning of this year. I forgot how. For like 6 weeks, all it was just live. There was no short form content. It was just lives. Where's my lovely cover, man? I can't find it. Going back and seeing me with brown hair or like dark hair, dude, is so weird. Genuinely. Oh, right. Let me find it. I'm almost there. I think I've got it. Okay, so 8 months ago, I started singing on YouTube. And now, 8 months later, so that me and Evie got grades for, especially when it was our first time doing the paper and we had that time. Exactly. You know, I started singing on YouTube 8 months ago because I was like, well, you know, I did a cover. It went massive. Not even on my channel. It just went massive on someone else's channel. And it was like, oh, apparently I can sing. Like, I was going through these comments and I was like, oh my God, everyone thinks I can sing. So I was like, start singing more on here. So I did. And ever since then, I've kept it going. And I am so grateful that I've had the opportunities that I have over the past 8 months. It's crazy to think I started this in February. March. Yeah, 3rd month of the year. So it was 8 months ago. 11. Wait, I've forgotten how to count. Oh, what have I done? I broke it. 11, wait, 8 months. Oh, what's up? My brain is not here yet. November, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. March, yeah. I started singing in maths. Hello? Go away. I don't know who's here, but I just heard a thunk at the bottom of my stairs, and I'm so scared to leave my kitchen. Well, anyway, my dog's not moved, I don't think. I might have to check, because I don't know. I'm scared. I'm not gonna move yet. It's fine. I'll call Ruby and make her sit with me. Well, the thing is, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I've had so many visitors ghost-wise over the past 3 weeks. It's been unbelievable. Genuinely, I've had so many visitors. I've had Libby, I've had Abigail, Frank. There was someone else as well. I can't remember who. I saw a memory of a spirit of something they did not long before they passed. I went to the castle in Culloden, or not the castle, the cottage in Culloden where I felt stuff. I went to Leon Castle where I felt and saw things. I've been to work where I've seen and felt things. That was literally yesterday. The Ghost Watchers YouTube channel location, literally. Well, I'm pretty sure where we were was very near a spiritual portal because I was having a lot of visitors. There was one who I don't quite know who she was. I'm on 8, I think. I might be on 8, maybe 9. There was one who came to us, literally just me. Everyone else had gone out. My granddad was in bed. Everyone else was either in there. My mum and the kids were at the arcade in the clubhouse, and my nan, my uncle, and my stepdad were up watching the entertainment in the bar. My granddad was in bed. I was in the living room, and I could hear my granddad's walking stick moving, but my granddad was asleep. So I went in and I was like, "Oh, Gramps, you moving your stick?" And he was like, "No, I've been asleep." I was like, "Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to wake you up for one." And he was like, "No, it's fine." And as I went to go and say, "I just heard your walking stick move," I heard your, and then I stopped because from where I was sleeping, the exact place where I was sleeping, literally right next to my bed, which was the sofa, by the way, I could hear his stick moving from the other end of the caravan. And I was like, "But it's there." So that doesn't make much sense. And I was like, "Oh, I'm going to go back to bed." I was like, "You go back to sleep. I'm going to go sit in the living room." Turned all the lights off, did a cleansing, had my candle on. It looked like a seance. I'm glad no one walked in at that point. 20 minutes goes by. I'm sat there in bed, and I was like, "I give up." So I pull my blanket out from underneath. Like it was like a pull-out bit. You took the cushions off. There was a little bit of wood. You lift the wood up, and there's like 2 compartment bits. So I pulled my duvet and stuff out because I separated it. I had my bag in one and my duvet and my pillows in the other. Pull out my duvet and my pillows. I put them on. Why am my bird squeaking, man? Pull out my duvet and my pillows, and I set it all up. And I'm sat on the sofa. I'm watching the telly. And Nan, my uncle, and my dad come home. Everything's going normal. You know, we're just going through the night, playing heads up a game. We're playing it's a bit like, do you know where you hold the phone and it's got a word and you've got to describe the word, and every time you get it right, you got to put it down, or every time you get it wrong, you've got to put it up. Every time you get it right, you've got to push it down. It was one of those. We were playing it with my uncle's tablet, I think. Yeah, we're using his iPad. And essentially, they all go to bed. Everything's fine. And I'm sat there and I'm like, right, I think I know what's about to happen. I'd had a visitor that day where I'd been watching something and she had my arm and she was pulling me down. That was Libby. I'm not going to go into too much detail about that because you can see that on my channel. If you go to day 3 and story time, I explain who Libby is on that. My hair is not hairing, man. Like, it's not funny. And essentially, she was like grabbing my arm because we were watching her grandson essentially. That's not as bad as it sounds, I promise. Her grandson has a YouTube channel, and I was watching the YouTube channel, and that's all explained in the video too. And essentially, we were just sat and we were watching, and it got to a really scary bit, and she grabbed my arm and she pulled me down. So I was like leaning, and my nan was like, "Why are you leaning?" I was like, "I'm not," and she was like, "Yes, you are," because I was like this. And eventually I put the phone down because I was getting so stressed about what I was watching because she was getting stressed, and it was kind of compiling on my stress and making me even more stressed. So I slammed my phone down next to me, and it makes her jump, so she disappears. A couple minutes goes by. I take a couple of deep breaths. She must have done the same. And she came back and she was sat and she was holding my hand through the whole video. It was like 3 minutes left of it. And I was messaging my other friend and I was like, I don't know what to do. I was like, she won't leave me alone. And it was like, oh, she's fine. Don't worry about it. And I'm pretty sure the same spirit was walking up and down my caravan, because after we turned all the lights off, I was laying in bed. I was on my phone. I was kind of doing my own little thing. Oh, no, I didn't. This was at like 5 a.m. This was at 5 a.m., 5:30-ish, because me and my uncle had decided to stay up and have the leftover bolognese from like 2 days before. So we cooked some pasta. Mind at this point, he is drunk. And he was like, snack. I was like, you want something to eat? He was like, I want a snack. And I was like, okay. He was like, should we have bolognese left? And I was like, yeah, sure. I was like, I'll put the kettle on, make a cup of tea, and you make the bolognese. He was like, deal. So I made tea, and we sat there, we ate this bolognese, and we sat watching Family Guy, and just like talking. He finally went to bed. So I sort myself out again, and I'm sat there, I'm laying there, and what was that? I just did like a bell chime. And essentially, we were sat there, or I was sat there he'd taken my phone into his room to charge. So I was sat there and I was kind of just doing my own thing. I was thinking in my own head like I normally am. It helps me sleep. And essentially, I heard footsteps. And the floorboards in this caravan do not squeak unless there is someone stood on them. Where I am laying it's carpet. The kitchen and the hallway. So you've got the caravan's facing sideways. So where the living room is, you're facing. The front door's on the side because of the way it's faced. So it's facing that way. And essentially, I'm in the living room. I sleep in the living room, which is right at the front where you initially come through. My grandparents' bedroom is right at the back, which is leading towards the clubhouse. My uncle's bedroom is right as you come through the door. And as you come through the door and you turn that way, you've got the kitchen. And the only times those kitchen floorboards squeak is when someone stands on them. And the reason we know this is because we were there right in the middle of the storm, and no matter how windy it got or anything, the caravan never made noise unless you stood on those floorboards. Like no amount of pressure other than feet. Like you could put something on the floor and it wouldn't move. Like, there'd be no noise unless you physically walk over it. And it sounded, I could physically hear the footsteps going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. I'm sat there and I'm like, what's going on? And I go, Libby? And the footsteps stop, and I'm like, oh god. And then I come home, and I don't know if you guys have seen it or not. This video actually gave me a couple of subscribers because I swear to you on God, right? On God, I say with a cross around my neck, that what I caught in my room, you guys have seen it. Most of you have probably seen it. What I caught in my bathroom, I posted it 5 days ago. And it was where my bathroom lights go. I don't know if you guys remember it. I don't know if any of you guys have seen it. You might have. You probably have. I don't know. But essentially, the ghost from Scotland followed me home and has been messing with bathroom light. So there was another ghost in there as well. I think she moved on, luckily. Essentially, yeah. And I was stood in the bathroom with my brother the other day. We were putting clothes on the rack. And the light was going. And I went, do you want to see something cool? He went, yeah, sure. So I went 3, 2, 1. And the light stopped. The moment I went, the light stopped again. Which it always does. I have other evidence that I don't want to post right now. That I am going to keep between me and the person who caught it. That is my evidence. That I will release when I'm ready, if that makes sense. I know people want to know, but at the same time, I release it when I'm ready and when she's okay with me to release it, because she got a little bit annoyed when I released that because she doesn't like being caught on camera. Essentially, I was on FaceTime with a friend and I was like, oh, should we see if she'll do it with you being here, considering you've been to my house before? And she was like, yeah, sure, let's do that. So she muted herself and she screen recorded. And we were sat there. And I went, Libby, is that you? Once for yes, twice for no. And the moment I said once for yes, it did it once. I said twice for no and nothing. I went, do you want to use the alphabet thing? And she did it twice. I went, do you want to talk? I was like, okay, do you want me to leave you alone? Do you want me to stay? I was like, is this like difficult for you to do this with the lights? should I leave you to, or should I let you keep your energy? I went, okay, on the count, and the light started flickering, only slightly. I went, right, on a count of 3, leave them alone, and we'll go. I went 1, 2, 3, and I went like that, and the light stopped completely. I went, you want to do it again? There was nothing. She was gone. I could feel she'd gone anyway. But when it had started, obviously it was flickering like mad. It was going like crazy until I asked her. And I'm stood there and I'm looking at my shower. My shower and my bath, it's a bath, and then the shower comes over the top. And essentially, I look over at my bath and my shower for some reason. I don't even know why. Like, I should have in reality been looking up at the lights, but I wasn't. I was looking at my shower. The more these lights were flickering, the more apparent she was coming to me. The more I could see her. And she looked younger, and I knew it was Libby, but I also knew Libby was an old woman. So I know she was showing me her younger self. And it's a weird thing to say, especially the fact I'm saying it to a camera is weird. But saying it to anyone, because I was talking to this person, and I was like, yo, I was like, she's here. I was like, I can physically see her. And the person I was on phone with, she was like, can I see? I was like, she won't show on camera. It's like, but I can show you what I'm looking at. And I did. And she's like, I can't see anything. I was like, I know you can't. I went, she will only show herself for a certain amount of time. She will only show herself when the lights flicker. And every time I take a bathroom into the towel, a towel into the bathroom, she knows I'm about to go for a shower. So she'll flicker the lights at first. To go, hi, I'm here. And she'll see the towel and go, oh shoot, and leave. And it's funny to watch. It's funny to listen to her, because I had like a half conversation with her when my brother was in the room. My brother was like looking at the light, and he was looking at me, and it was like, whoa. He was so excited about it, bless him. And we were sat there, and I brought up Libby, and the lights went mental. I love taking a bathroom to the towel or pizzaing a microwave. And like, I mentioned Libby, and the lights went mental. I went, Libby, is this you? Once for yes, twice for no. And she did it once and then stopped. And my brother upped and left. And I was like, that is amazing. I was like, she's nothing to be afraid of. But I went in there yesterday, and the other spirit that I mentioned earlier, I don't know if you remember me saying, because I've spoken at quite a fast speed about this. Her name is Abigail. She's quite important. She kind of comes and goes as she pleases. She's not attached to any specific place. Neither's Libby. But essentially, I dropped my phone. Essentially, I was in the bathroom yesterday, and the lights were going crazy. I went, is this you? Once for yes, twice for no, and did it twice. I was like, okay, it's not Libby. So I went through the names that I've mentioned before, and I went, Abigail? And it watched a flicker, hesitated as if to go, do I tell her? And then went, yes. And I was like, I'm going to ask one more time, is this Abigail? And it went. And I was like, oh, well, thank you for being here, but also that means something's wrong, because Abigail is a protector. She's a spirit who looks after the living. So I was like, well, something's clearly not right for you to be here. So that was an interesting one in itself. I have to change the title of this to like Ghost Talks, because like, I don't know, man. The other thing I want to bring up is, you guys know who Ruby is. I'm trying to convince her that me and her should start a podcast. What do you guys think? I am desperate to start a podcast with this girl. That she says no. Every time I ask, she goes, no. What do we think on the podcast idea? I'm scared to know opinions about this, man. All right, I'm going to put my rubbish in the bin. By the time I come back, I'm hoping for a reply on the... I would love watching a podcast. I can help give you topics. All right, I'm going to let Ruby know that... Yo, I got a question for you, man. Should we start a podcast? Yes or no? I've asked. I should hear back soon. I'm hoping. But I 100% want to start a podcast. Even if it's just not with her, I want to start a podcast in general. Obviously, I do radio as it is anyway, so I kind of have minor experience in that field. So I'm hoping that the podcast would work. It's just kind of an idea at the minute, a bit like the song was. So if you guys saw it earlier this year, I was like, oh, I'm gonna write a song, and my deadline is Christmas. That's not happening anymore. I really cannot write songs to save my life. I will stick as a cover artist for now, and eventually, I promise you, eventually I will write a song. But it's not going to be happening this time. This end of this year. Maybe towards the end of next year there'll be one. I don't know. But I tried and I failed. I tried multiple times and I failed. Supernatural, rides, relationship, food, social media, school, growth of music, social media. I like that one. I definitely 100% use those. I'm going to take a photo of that because even if I don't do a podcast with her specifically, I 100% want to start a podcast. And I will 100% be doing that either this side of the year or in the new year. There will be a podcast coming. And I'm telling you this now. Oh, we have a response. For legal reasons, no. I've told her to come and let you guys know that the answer is no. So she should be on here in a minute, I hope. I'm hoping, fingers crossed, that I can convince her that we should. If we leave half of the stuff we talk about out, we will still have a good hour and a half long episodes. But I can talk, man. We all know I can talk a lot because it's been almost an hour already. But I am really hoping to start a podcast before Christmas. If not, I will be asking for stuff to do it for my birthday. Fingers crossed the answer is yes to making a podcast eventually. As long as everything kind of goes the way I'm hoping it will in the next couple of months. I don't want to do it this month, so if anything, it'll be the start of next month where I actually start the podcast because I have mocks this month. I'm taking the last week of the month to just kind of chill and relax that little bit because I know I'm going to need it afterwards. And then December is massively busy anyway because obviously with it being Christmas. So I will definitely start it then. There'll be topics on singing, the music industry, acting and the acting industry. Christmas will be a massive topic. I'm going to do I don't know, I really want to do this. This is one thing I'm 100% going to start is I might start an alternative channel as the podcast thing. I'm 100% going to put a poll up on that in the next couple of weeks about starting a podcast. That'll probably be going up in the next couple of days. There'll be a video done where I'm kind of explaining what I want to do. There is actually a long form video coming out today or tomorrow because I am doing a lot today, so I'm just going to kind of bring you guys with me. It's been a while since I have done a long form video. Like I said, it's been about 10 days. It's been a while, so I'm 100% going to do a long form video today. Yeah, it's literally been 10 days. So I'm hoping that, in the next couple of hours I can get some content. I'm literally going to be cleaning and be taking down Halloween decorations, putting up Christmas decorations in my bedroom, finishing cleaning my room, and a couple of other little bits and pieces. I'm going to bring you guys along for some revision I've got to do. But I think I'm going to leave the live here because we haven't had a Ruby show her face yet. And I have actually got a lot of housework to do and a lot of Halloween decorations to take down and a lot of stuff like that to do today. So I'm going to leave it here. Thank you guys so much. Oh, hold on. Oh, let me just get that more topics. 100% going to be talking about holidays and stuff like that. The one thing I do want to focus on a lot is like the difference between American like culture when it comes to holidays and British culture when it comes to holidays, because there is so much difference there. So like I said, I have a lot of ideas and a lot of topics, so I'm gonna be writing a list and be giving you little sneak previews when it comes around next month. So be prepared for next month, because next month is going to be massive for us, and that is going to be your guys' early Christmas present is the release date of the first podcast episode. So I will be letting you guys know how that goes, when it goes, and I will see you in the long form video that is going to be out tonight or tomorrow. Thank you guys so much for watching. It has been a pleasure to have you guys on. Again, I've missed doing this. I will 100% be trying to do more of this again. But for now, I have got more revisions to do and a lot of cleaning work, and I need to get changed out of my uniform. So I will see you next time. Until then, look after yourselves, look after each other. Bye.